back. Civ Valkyrie's consistent. Rascal's alright. Mortar's alright. Expect more from the Zap. Let's get your places out. Back. Alright. Flying Machine, high key trash. Like hype. It doesn't. Its damage is just okay. It's a flying card and it only hits one target. There's much better things than that. I don't know what the geography quiz. The giant. The thing about the giant is he's good at like lower arenas, and then he just gets outclassed quick. But for 5 elixir, pretty okay health. I'll give him alright so far. He can change at some point, but we'll have to wait and see. Skeleton Barrel. But like expect more is fine. Not to look alike. Mighty Miner. Some things get thrown up here. Already. Expect more? Yeah. I wish his damage was better. Let me cook. Phoenix, trash. Archers, alright. Phoenix is trash because its damage isn't good. Its comeback abilities. Oh, but this is not about skill. This is about how good the card is. Skill, a lot of these will change. On how easy or hard they are to use, like legit, a lot of things will change. Bowler, lackluster. Another one of those cards that whenever you first face him, he's like, oh shoot, he got hands. And after that, it's trash. Okay, wall breakers. Y'all know I love some wall breakers. I'll give them consistent so far. You play them, you know exactly what they're gonna do. They're versatile as well. The amount of times that I've like taken people's cards away from them, that's not glaze. Their damage is great. They cost 2 elixir. On top of that, you play it right, they'll like start chasing your card. It's not F tier, you're bugging. Explain to me why it's F tier. All you need is log to beat them. It's 2 elixir. Bugging. Y'all gonna get me heated. Inferno Tower, I feel like Inferno Tower fell off. It really did. I'll put it expect more. Once again, early ladders, early arenas. Inferno Tower is extremely effective against these big guys like the Giant, like the Bowler, like the... But as the game becomes smaller, the Inferno Tower becomes a lot worse. Dark Goblin, y'all know I love some Dark Goblin. I'll put him at consistent. I don't know who's gonna make that jump to goated first. Like, a lot of them got that potential. And it's not over till it's over. That's not glaze! What's bad about the Dark Goblin? That's not bad tech in the Inferno Tower. I need justification. Y'all can't say good or bad tech. I need you to explain. Valkyrie's not in my deck. Rascals are. We haven't got to the rest of them. I think the graveyard is pretty nasty. For 3 elixir, you don't lose that much. Pretty consistent. Good distraction card as well. I love good distraction. Put that on nasty. Does the longest app? No, it doesn't. If it's high enough level, no, it doesn't. Does that once again? No, it doesn't. The Ram. Kind of expect more from it. Lock in. If it's high enough level, whoop. These guys, the Hogs, they're consistent. For their elixir value, they attack the towers pretty well. Not bad. Hunter, one of my favorites. Lackluster or trash? Lackluster. His damage is great, but that's only if he's up close. More times than not. Like, he's only good if you're not paying attention to him. Legit. If someone else is attacking and then the hunter's to the side and putting up great damage, that's great. Besides that, nah. Ooh. The Inferno Tower against Mega Knight. The Mega Knight jumps would reset the tower. I'm 97% sure. P.E.K.K.A. Real talk, if you allow P.E.K.K.A. to get 2 or close to your Inferno Tower, that's a much bigger problem. Yeah. itself. Spear Goblins, just alright. They do exactly what you want them to. Bomber, he's alright as well. I could understand if you put him into expect more. But you get him early, he just gets outclassed. Oh, so it only resets against Inferno Dragon then? Electro Dragon. Electro Dragon, heck a lot. Are we kind of Evos as well? That's an important question. No, the Evo should be included. That's an L. That's just an L tier list. I'm not redoing this either. That's too bad. We've already committed too far. We can do like an Evo tier list afterwards. Electro Dragon's not F. Actually, I'll put it consistent. I feel like that was a big jump. Not gonna lie. It was. Because its health is alright. Its damage is okay. It works really good as a combo. Not the strongest by itself. We're not talking about what can counter what. Everything in here can get countered by something else. Like, what are we talking about? Knight, that's not what he's called. Prince, he's alright as well. That charge damage is nice. But also that single target. Clone. I feel like that's crazy. And here's why having clone. Hold on. Here's why having clone and goaded isn't crazy. Because clone only has no. Listen. Clone only has one use. And let me speak. Let me speak. Clone has one use. Right? One use. And it's gonna do what it says. There's no question about it. If you play clone, you know what you're doing. You know you get one use out of it. Okay. On second thought, it's 3 elixir. 3 elixir, you gotta come down to consistent. I'll say on the card itself and not its cost as well. You know what? That's on me. We're not talking about skill. I've already said this. Royal Giant. He's good. He's consistent. Goblin Gang fell off. I actually expect more from them now. They used to be really good back in the day. Prince, yes! Prince is just aight. If you catch your opponent off guard, if he makes to a tower, great. He turns up. Clone, you should know what you're doing. It's insane? How was that insane? Explain. Clone's not inconsistent. Clone truly depends on what you're playing and how you play it. If you're inconsistent, clone is inconsistent. If you know what you're doing, know how you're playing it, it can work. Yes, he is. That's not an explanation. Night Witch. She's high-key trash. I looked at this like yesterday. Clone is useful depending on your deck. I've been said this. It depends on what your deck is. But if, like, people don't just throw in clone to have a clone in their deck. Nobody's like, man, I just need a random card. I need something good. Let me throw in clone. That doesn't happen. So if you're using it, it is the middle of the deck. Okay, you're yapping. You're just yapping. All you're saying is just what I'm saying, but the exact opposite. Instead of giving me actual reason and justification. Like go to divide. Good roast. Okay, back to the Night Witch. Her spawn rate for bats is once every 5 seconds. That's terrible. She can throw hands, maybe. Lumberjack. I used to love the Lumberjack. I still do. 4 elixir though. He's consistent. He might make it back up to nasty. Depends. Minion Horde. Alright. Mega Knight. Come on, bro. You know where you're going. You get on my nerves. Don't even talk to me. Not doing multiple trailers. This is when we had just hit a new arena clash, so we're doing this real quick. And we'll continue with the regular schedule after. Mirror. They've massacred you. They really did. I'll put you in lackluster. They massacred my boy. Back in the day, pre-nerf mirror. I don't even want to talk about it. Ice Golem. You're pretty consistent. I ain't gonna lie. Snowball. I feel like Snowball's alright. F tier. There's no F tier. There's lackluster and trash / gotta be trolling. Mirror has a lot of good uses. Once again, it depends on your deck and how you're using it. Like Mirror, I use the same argument I use for Clone for Mirror. But just Clone more times than not. Like Mirror can fit in more scenarios, which in turn makes the card worse with what it does. Clone fits in a lot less scenarios, so whenever you use it, it has to work good. You talking about? Are you talking about how I played them before or overall? Because yeah, I'm familiar. I'm very familiar with Street Fighter and Tekken. I don't have any of the new games though. Freeze. I'd say Freeze is pretty nasty. I would. Freeze is one of those cards you get hit with it, you're like, dang, they really finna rock me. There's nothing else I can do about it. They just, I'm stuck. Yeah, both franchises. I grew up. I don't remember which I started playing first. Tekken, I think. I think Tekken 4 is my first like fighting game that I really committed to, and then from there I've been going in and out with it. World Recruit, the 3 Elixir. I mean, it's not bad. We're keep in mind, whenever I'm done, I'll reposition it so where a lot more of them are alright. You just need some balance because right now it's in like the consistent tier, the alright tier, and then down from there. Can't gonna cut it. I could do a tier list based upon their character and how much I like them, but actual skill or viability within battles, I don't have enough knowledge to do that. Knight, the Knight is nasty. The Knight is one of those first cards you get, and the fact that he's been viable through all the arenas I've been through up until this point, he's really good. I don't know if you can do that one of these days. Archer Queen, the more that I see her, the more that I like her less. She's still nasty though. If played right, she destroys, and it gets on my nerves. E-Giant, see, we're getting to the actual good cards. Another one where you play it, you know what's up. The Mortal Kombat versus, I don't know which one I like more. I think I'm a creature of habit, so I'll always say I like Tekken the most out of all of them. Because of it, Tekken's realistic combat. Realistic, come on now. There's Jack 6. There's, what's her name? Asuka? No, Asuka doesn't take her head off. You know which one takes her head off. To an extent, you know. Ryan Fury's a menace. Regular minions. I expect more. I just feel like they're way too soft. Goblin Drill. Lackluster. There's so many other cards you can use to get directly to a tower. And now when you'd expect to do more. If I don't expect more, what's my win condition? Y'all have this win condition word. I got skeleton barrel and stuff like that. Nobody else has argued having the battering ram. What is this called? Yeah, battering ram and expect more. Come on now. Barbarian hut trash. Graveyard. The graveyard inconsistent. Countered by log. So wouldn't you expect more from it? I don't know, bro. I'm talking generally. If you play Goblin Trail against me, my deck, I can try to counter it. But it's still okay, skeletons. Goated. It's another one of those things where it's like use case. But skeletons only cost 1 elixir, so it's easy to cycle. They're easy to play around. Like, the game is changing a whole lot. A lot of the 1-cost elixir cards are going to be up there and goated. Just because of what they do and how good they are. Elite Barbarians. This was about to be controversial. I'm okay with consistent. Yeah. Expo. Some of these, like your deck has to be made around. That's the only time you see it. But I'll put this in the same category as clone, to where if you see it, it's a part of your deck undoubtedly. Like you're being aggressive with it instead of using it to counter. Like you never use a clone to counter somebody. You never use an Expo to counter somebody. Liberators is not, you gotta be trolling. Definitely not. The damage that they put up, the speed for 6 elixir, I feel like it's the perfect balance. You just gotta know whenever you're using them. You can't just throw them out and expect them to do good. Yeah, you don't put Expo in your deck as like, oh man, I'm gonna use this Expo as a count. Unless that's how I really operate, then I know what I'm talking about. Regular barbarians, expect more. So use Ekbos on defense, just straight up. Also, it costs 6 elixir. But there's better things to do, more efficient things. They're playing Expo in the middle for 6 elixir, being left with 4 and the opponent's having 10 to mess around with. Arrows, they're not going up to nasty. I don't know why. Oh, actually, the triple hits, back then when it was just one shot, it would have been just alright. But the triple hits, goated? I'll put you up there, you might shift a little bit. Lightning is annoying. It does what it's supposed to do. I'll put you in alright. What is hilarious about it? What's better? Barbarian Barrel? Wherever. Barbarian Barrel, pretty nasty. Log is going inconsistent. I can let you know that right now. There's just more things that the Barbarian Barrel can do in comparison to the Log. And that's facts. Mother Witch, she's alright. None of those, she just does her job. Baby Dragon has fallen off. I'll give it an alright as well. Ice Wizard, I mean, he's cool. Consistent. More so. I'm not faking it. I've given justification on all of these. If you agree or don't agree, that's on you. Royal Recruits. I'll take it consistent. They could make that jump into nasty, depending on how I'm feeling. I think this list. Elixir Golem, high key trash, but people use it. And if you position things correctly, like for the, how much does this cost? 3? Yikes! You got a lot of health. That I ain't gonna lie, Elixir Golem is nasty. I'm not rage baiting. I promise you, I'm not. And it's like any other tier list. If you convince me I'm wrong, I'll move it. If you come with actual good arguments instead of nah, Rick, I just believe the opposite that you believe. I've moved things before. I'll admit whenever I'm wrong. But you being like, bro, you put Fisherman and gotta be trolling. L take. Nobody profits from that. Actually, Fisherman. He barely gets used. I'll put him in nasty. That pull ability, you put him in the right scenario, he could really turn up. It's like Mortar Goated. Where is he right now? No. His damage is solid. Good spread. Once we get up and close, that's what makes it interesting. I'll move to consistent. I'll do that. We're not making adjustments yet. That is not true. But I can pull up another tier list of mine. I've done a lot of them over the years. And if you come in with a good argument, I'll move stuff. Okay, I didn't mean to grab that one yet. Where we at? Have we already done regular witch? Okay, she's there. Okay, lock it. Lower lock again. Lava Hound, trash. It's one of those cards that whenever I have to play with it, I wonder, like, why do you exist? In the most respectful way possible. That's not true, Weirdest Sloth. You're bringing up... There was a tier... You're bringing up whenever I did rappers. I did not Was she literally above? Yes. But there was a tier called haven't listened to or not familiar enough with. Not put MF Doom in that tier. That's real. You wanted me to just cap and put MF Doom in the goated tier just cause? That's no. What I said is what actually what happened. And the I don't know tier was at the bottom, and it had like a black border or something like this. To where you knew that it wasn't a part of the actual tier list. But British South will always remember me doing that. But not the context. Okay, where am I at next? Pekka. Pekka, come up here. You know where you belong. I'll put you in consistent. Truthfully. Goblins. You're just alright. You know what you do. Cannon cart, you're fun. You're just alright though. I need to see a scenario where Lava Hound is good. I just haven't been convinced as of late. Rocket. The Rocket's pretty nasty. Maybe we can go to 6 elixir. But if you let that rocket fly, you let that rocket fly with a purpose. I don't gotta be goaded. Next up, what we got? Guards. Guards are fun. They're just alright. Somebody in high school was like, man, bro, guards are amazing. And I believed them. And then they're just alright. That's the best I can do. Dark Prince. Really expect more from you. Goblin Barrel, come on, bro. You know where you're headed. 3 elixir, directly on the tower. That's hard to beat. Princess. She's consistent. The consistent alright tier are looking too similar. Rather than spread that out. Sparky. Sparky's nasty. They're always a counter, but also, if he's in your deck, you know what you're doing with it. This isn't goated. Does it get countered often? Yes. It really does. But the thing is, if it's high enough level, it's a consistent send out. They're versatile as well. And the mini mind games that you play with it. What else? Executioner. Man, Executioner, bro, you are amazing. Goated. This might legit be my first Glaze pick. This might be my first Glaze pick, admittedly. I love Executioner. You just have so many good use cases. Ice Spirit. Maybe consistent. I'll keep you there. Electro Wizard, he's great. Four elixir? Yeah. But we're talking about within the meta right now. I'm talking overall. Mini P.E.K.K.A is great. Even nasty. 4 elixir hits hard. Fits in a lot of different decks and scenarios. I'll give him his respect. Monk. Just alright. We faced a Monk earlier today, and he was cooking. Goblin Hut. Lackluster. Those are Spear Goblins, aren't they? I expect more. Wizard fell off. I feel bad for him. Early game, Wizard was goated. Now, me clip farming, never. Goblin Hut. Goblin Cage, sorry. Goblin Cage. Just alright. I don't know why he exists, actually. Spear Goblin, not Spirit. Hog Rider. Nasty. The fact that he's still here, still doing his thing after all these years. I did not see that. If you have a link, whisper to me, and I have to check it out. Bomb Tower. Just alright. Does his job. Musketeer is great. Consistent nasty? No. Consistent. Rage. Rage is another one of those spells that if you got it, it does exactly what it's supposed to do. And now it does damage as well. No, Hot Rider's a whole dude. Ew. Can't imagine. I don't even know if I can say that. Can't imagine riding his hog. Come on, disgusting. Okay, Fireball. It's alright. I feel like 2-tier distance between the Fireball and the rest of the regular spells is too much. Consistent. We play Clash. We normally do Clash for like 2.5, 3 hours. Tomorrow we'll full send even harder. Minor. Another consistent one. Oh, I did put Goblin Barrel. I think, okay, I gotta admit, putting Goblin Barrel that high is because of bias. It's because I can't beat it. Because my deck doesn't run like that. Switch. I don't even believe that Miner is goated. I'll put both of y'all in nasty and we'll call it a day. Mega Minion. Expect more. Poison. That costs 4 elixir. I can expect more from that too. 3 Musketeers. We're thinking about the rework as well. Rework, trash. Still not elixir. Bandit is pretty good. I'll put you nasty. Nasty Bandit. Skulls and Dragons just exist. Goated right now? Because you're watching the meta. I don't watch the meta. I just know what I've seen. I just know what I've played against, truthfully. Battle Healer. Alright. Congrats her. Furnace. That's what the Furnace used to look like. Because I was like, I didn't remember it being a unit whenever I used to play. When did the Furnace change from a building to a unit? Because that'll tell you, that'll let you know how long I've been playing, how long the gap has been between me playing the game. We'll go Furnace as a unit. Furnace as a unit? Oh my gosh, trash. Lackluster. There's a use for it. All at the bottom, there's no use. You put these in your deck, you're trying to lose on purpose. And you can't convince me different. Tesla. Tesla. Tesla's are consistent. Annoying, but consistent. Earthquake. Alright. But they need to do more damage. Bats. Bats another one of those. If you use it right, they're pretty good. That's why they're going in just alright. Fire Spirit. No. Whenever it was 3 of them for 2, they had to nerf this one down. Maybe. Hello. I'm okay with that. Inferno Dragon has only gotten worse as I've gotten higher in Arena. Alright, so I have to cut it. Because it's best on a 1v1 scenario. It's Clash Royale. You're not going to have 1v1 scenario forever. And then if you play it later against a swarm with one big unit, it's hard to bet on that hitting. I wish I remember my first legendary was. Memories. Magic Archer. If played right, he's nasty, but that's if he's played right. We'll put him consistent. Zappies. Alright. Heal Spirit. Expect more, actually. Even that lackluster? No, it's 1 elixir. Balloon. I fill her up. Balloons. Pretty nasty. That initial damage. That explosion. Well, but it's hard to like 10k forever. Come on now. It's me we're talking about. I'll figure it out. Which consistent. Ram Rider. Expect more. It's been away for a while. Log. Come on, bro. You know where you headed. Where'd I put the Barbarian Barrel? A nasty? One of y'all gotta make that jump. Yeah. Yeah. I like that much better. World Ghost. He's been good as of late. Like he throws me off with how well he uses. Golden Knight. Is he nasty as well? Yeah. No, it is not. You get the effectiveness of a log plus a unit. That's great. Cannon. You use cannon for the fact that it's a low cost build, not the fact that it's an actual cannon. I'd fully agree. Firecracker, as much as I can't stand you, I can't deny your viability. You legit goated. Your movement, the way that you back up, the spread of your shots. Only thing that's bad is that King Tower activation. But all in all, people don't really worry about that. The big goblin, what's it called? Goblin Giant? Lackluster. For 6. Golem. Man, you cost 8 elixir. And people still use you. You don't even do damage. You're just there. You're just there to tank stuff. That's nasty. You know I don't know decks. See, I don't got deck memory. I don't know how decks memorize like you do. I can't be like, oh, bro, in 2014, in fact, this guy named used this. I can't do that. I ain't better watch like that. Skeleton Barrel. Nasty. I love Skeleton Barrel. Electro Spirit. Electro Spirit is pretty great. Once again, with those 1-cost elixirs. There was another 1-cost here. Wasn't there? Yes, things are going to have to shift around a little bit. Tornado was pretty good. Pretty great, if you will. Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Skeleton King, expect more. That graveyard thing is not good. Scar Me. It's alright. Let's see if this is balanced pretty much. So there's more than alright, then consistent, then nasty, then goated. Looks to be balanced a little bit better, truthfully. There's less cards. It skews. Yeah, it skews. More so towards the consistent nasty. Let's do a quick tier check. Make sure we rock with everything here. These 5 cards being the worst in the game. I'll move Lava Hound up. That feels wrong. Okay, these 4 being the worst in the game, I'm okay with that. I feel like this is overhated. Well, I can't move everything out of the tier. Yeah, okay, I'm feeling... If you don't make your deck 4 mirror, no, but that's the same thing I use for the I don't know. I like Sour Skittles more. I think I'm okay with this tier list. Definitely. Yeah. I don't see any problems. I'm not doing Smash or Pass. How did I do that with a Pokemon? Oh, I did if I can beat them in a fight or not. Can I beat any of these Clash cards in a fight? The skeletons. How many elixir would I cost if I was in Clash? 2. You know I hate my fans. I'm content. I would not cost 0. Never. I think tomorrow we can do that. Which Clash cards I can beat in a fight. I can beat the Rage Spell. I can just drink it. Log, I'm dying. I'm getting crushed. That's not a bad idea. We're down in mind. That was nice.